Okay, good morning. I'm actually doing this video and it's in regards to I just heard that JP is doing another interview on News Nation. And so what I want to do is I want to connect the two interviews he did with Sun and Flo and this one coming up. I've said all along that he tells on himself. And I think I found the reason why. Now, we've been calling him a narcissist. I think it's a little more than that. I don't think so. I know so. And there's a breakdown here to prove that. Now, I know I did a psychological analysis on him, or no, I'm sorry, personality analysis on him. And that was based on what he thought he was like. Hitler and Hillary Clinton, whatever. But there's an explanation on what Micah went through, ultimately what happened to Micah, why these victims are coming forward, and why he keeps doing these interviews, and what the real truth is if you read between the lines. Okay? And I'm gonna point it out to you now, so please stay with me. So psychology refers to this, and he fits it like the poster boy. This type of disorder is called narcissistic personality disorder. I'm going to call it NPD from this point on so that we could just make that point. The personality traits of someone who has NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, they're high conflict people. They demand apologies. Now let's stop there for a minute. He had said on Flo, and I'm not sure if he said it on Sun as well. He might have. But he said it on the Flo interview that 5'5", 140-ish, 150-ish pound Micah forced JP, 6'2", 180 to 200 pound. He said he is revengeful. Somebody hurts him, he's revengeful. He's prone to violence. We've already proven that from the February police report. He's over entitled, but she forced him to write out an apology. And I'm going to explain to you why he says this, because it's in this disorder. We know it's BS, but it's in this disorder. They had the lack of ability to reflect on their own behavior. They feel justified in whatever damage they've caused. Now, in that situation, when we hurt somebody, we cause some sort of damage, we feel regret, we feel guilt, we apologize. For him, with this disorder, they don't feel they've done anything wrong. There is no feeling regret. There is no feeling bad about what you've done. Now, Healthline.com breaks down the MO, the tactics that NPD uses. Triangulation. So this is when you pull in a third party to reinforce your own view or opinion against that victim. So imagine you're Micah, and he's standing 6'2". And he's standing there and he's enforcing, you're this, you're that. And she's not believing it. She's not buying it. So he pulls in reinforcement, probably the flying monkeys, to reinforce, to push that on her. Imagine how that must feel. Gaslighting. Twisting facts or insisting things that did actually happen didn't happen. We've seen that out of him already. Hoovering. Attempts to reconnect or pull someone back into a toxic relationship via gift giving or love bombing. We have seen him do that to her. We have seen him in text messages or whatnot saying, if you come back, I'll give you this. If you come back, I'll get you that. Okay? Passive aggression, indirect blame shifting, and sabotage. We've seen that. They're known for smear campaigns by telling stories of someone being unstable or harmful. This is against the victim. We have absolutely seen that. And that's the stance he's taken the whole time, before and after, pre and post her passing. Okay, because this is what they believe. Now, these people with NPD can be very charming. This is why they're very convincing. And they often win support by insisting they only have that one person's best interests at heart. We've heard that. Now, Psychology Today, in a 2023 article going on, talking about NPD, they say approximately 1% of the population has this. Now, We know people who are narcissists, but this is a disorder. This is beyond having maybe a narcissistic personality trait. This is a disorder. And for whatever the reason the disorder is, does not matter. Okay? It doesn't excuse it. Okay. They say, Psychology Today, NPD has an increased risk in violence. NPD will exploit and manipulate to protect their image or get their needs met. NPD will kill to protect their image and get their needs met. Okay? They're prone, they will kill. And feel justified. NPD are so addicted to feeling special, they will lie, steal, cheat, and do whatever it takes in order to get their high. Their energy is invested in maintaining and feeling their grandiose and entitled self-image. It's pathological extreme. Please pay attention to this part. Its pathological extreme can lead to various forms of violence, such as stalking. That's already been done and proven. Battering. That's already been done and proven in the police report from February 2024. Or murder. So please take this into light, into the personality analysis, the breakdown of the announcement by that expert when he does this interview in News Nation, because this has to stop. This just has to end. And one way or another. And now I'm going to show you how I'm going to end it. Now, the whole time I have been going to the Lord of Hosts. I just started with the Lord of Hosts. I'm going to the Lord. But now I've called on the Lord of Hosts and the angel armies against all of this. Okay? Using Jeremiah 30:23. And I'm going to use the Good News translation because it's important to get these words out. You read it in any translation you want. It's all the same. But I want it in plain English for good reason. And this is why. And this is what I pray in the name of Jesus Christ in this hour to happen, to activate over this situation, over JP, over the Flying Monkeys, and anyone who has protected and supported this man in this behavior against Micah, Allison, the kids, and any other victim. Okay? In the name of Jesus Christ. Jeremiah 30:23. The Lord's anger is a storm. The Lord's anger is a storm. A furious wind that will rage over the heads of the wicked. It will not end until he has done all that he intends to do. In days to come, his people will understand this clearly. I activate that over this situation in the name of Jesus Christ. And in days to come, I take that seriously. Because it's enough already with this guy. You know, justice has to be served now. It's time. And that's just how I feel about it. But it is important that these things get pointed out. This is not reiterating what I've already brought up. That was based on what he said on the altar about his personality. Now I'm telling you what I see in his personality. And like a poster child for NPD, his picture should be next to it on Psychology Today and every psychological book that's out there. He fits this personality disorder to a T. So I'm sure I'll see you soon. I'm sure something else will come up. But until then, God bless.